I went to a wedding recently. The couple was very much in love. It reminded me of my own wedding day. In October, my husband and I were married for 21 years, and they said that it wouldn't last. It got me thinking, how do we make a great match? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome to this episode of the Interview Doctor Job Talk with your host, strategic job search guru, Catherine Burrick.
I want to try an experiment that I do in my live workshops. You're going to need to imagine that you're sitting in an audience, all right? You ready? Good. Now look at the person next to you. Looks like a nice person, right? Now pretend that you're going to shake hands and introduce yourself. Now we're friends, aren't we? So let's make it a little bit more interesting for a second. Now turn to your neighbor, maybe your imaginary neighbor, and look them deep in their eyes. I want you to look deeper, deeper. I want you to ask that person this one simple question. Will you marry me? Now, how does that feel? Do you feel uncomfortable? I actually feel kind of silly and inappropriate, even saying it sometimes. Of course that's true. You don't propose marriage on the first date. You have to make them fall in love with you first. Now, anyone ever use Match.com or eHarmony.com? These online match services allow you to screen people based on characteristics that are important to you. Then they send you a list of names. You have to get to know these people on a deeper level to know whether or not any of these people will be a great match. If you're not compatible, you just move on to the next person. You don't ask that person to marry you. The recruiting process is eHarmony for business people. If you would never ask someone to marry you on the first date, then why do we expect that it's okay to ask for a job or make a job offer after a brief interaction, after what amounts to a first date? You have to get to know them. You have to make them fall in love with you. This takes some time and preparation, and it can be just as intimidating as dating. We should spend 80% of our time in preparation and 20% of our time in the actual interviews. Without this level of preparation, the job interview is just a crapshoot for both sides, without any real basis for predicting whether or not the relationship will work. Each side of the equation can improve the odds of making a great match with 3 simple steps. First, know what you want. What are the 2 to 3 critical success factors that for this job that demonstrate that the new incumbent is going to be successful? What will success look like when you get the right candidate in the job? 2, know how to express what you want. These are like the characteristics used in eHarmony. We call them competencies in business. What are the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are critical to achieving the 2 to 3 critical success factors? The knowledge, skills, and abilities might be hidden in the job description. Pull them out so you can express what you want succinctly. Now, also, it's good to measure every candidate against those knowledge, skills, and abilities that are related directly to the critical success factors. Listen for their stories to see whether or not the candidate's past experience indicates they can achieve the outcomes you desire. 3, create a plan. This is the who, what, when, where, and why of the job search. When do you need to fill the job? Who is on the interview team? Where will you find the candidates? What questions will you ask candidates to discover if the candidates can achieve the critical success factors? Now let's be honest for a moment. How often does this great preparation really happen? Not too often. Hiring managers are seldom prepared to participate in their own rescue. Candidates often wander around responding to advertisements, even though that's not very useful. Poor preparation leads to poor results. My advice? Some advanced preparation will take you closer to your goals. Make them fall in love with you, and you will make a much better match. The Interview Doctor can help. We can show you how. Visit our website to grab your copy of our white paper. Recruit the team you need with better planning.
Thanks for watching the Interview Doctor Job Talk. For more great information, visit jobinterviewcoaching.org. Also, browse the other shows found on this Biz TV Shows network.